Hello everyone, thank you all for watching. Today I will be discussing on the topic of Saturn and in the position of the fifth house. And Saturn is a planet of restriction and helping us guide. It's our guide, it's our individuality, so to speak. And in the position of the fifth house, because it deals with creativity and the ruler of the fifth house is the sun, which denotes and it expresses these connections on the fifth house. The ruler of the fifth house is the sun, and because it's the sun, it deals with our joy, our will, our self-enthusiasm, and our joy of life, our joy of expressing the creation itself in these energies. So fulfilling as we track on with the energies of Saturn. And beneath all the seriousness of Saturn, there's also a joy of actualizing and realizing our creation, because Saturn is sets us away, puts us on a course that limits us and contains us, whether we've chosen a path or not. It's already chosen for us, and simply putting it in this perspective, it just means dealing in a more sober and a very light-hearted kind of way when it's in the fifth house. Saturn, planet positioning, connection, and in the fifth house means just being sober, acting very light-hearted, and feeling relatively quite positive that there's nothing very more to it. It's fulfilled its thing. It's like this present incarnation has been fulfilled if you're reaching out in very different aspects that involve putting yourself in a position of realizing every moment your self-creating creation is creating you, and therefore being gracious and being grateful for many of these positive, incoming of vibrations of joy, of will, and of enthusiasm, and of showing our flair and our pride of what it is. What is that positivity really all about? Is it about expressing it, or denying, or going through life not knowing really who we are? And that's all Leo kinds of. That's Leo energy. That's the sun, and being pride and being conservative and very sober-like, and therefore it kind of tells me that there is this energy of potentialities to recreate yourself, and on top of that, being open towards a new discovery, self-discovery, moment to moment. And in those moments of scarcity, if you ever find yourself in scarce moments, Saturn could just tell you to start a new relationship, or to focus in relationships in a different level. That could signify a very positive outlook and a positive sense, and it could leave you feeling one is in the whole arena. So it's like very interesting, and it sets you to involve yourself and kind of organizing this connection within your own will and your pride, and feeling that connection in your own skin, feeling that body of yours, feeling connected to your sensuality. That could be it. The sun, it's our will, our self-expression, our positivity. It's so bright, and the sun, it's the center of the solar system, so it puts us in the center to express, to show that limitations can be broken down, our boundaries and our conceptualizing interests of Saturn could be a moment to kind of rub shoulders with one person and try to see where this goes, because Very interesting energies could be a process of matching with others of like-minded, if you're into that, or you could get lost in group-minded thinking, in not truth, you know. Become self-reliant and use those qualities that bestow Saturn's wisdom. You know, Saturn is wisdom. Saturn is using these potentials and realize that it takes guts, it takes realness, it takes the infantile kind of way into a whole new level of being real and matching up to your own higher will. So it's all about using your will and being who you came here to be at the present moment, and bringing down these pretty moments, cherishing, probably going into a sensual way of looking at the world, taking responsibility in your own creation. Saturn, 5th house, and involve yourself in a playful way. Yeah, taking it lighthearted in all topics, in all areas. So finishing it with that, and there's no comments about indulging in the senses or eroticism, because there's always many factors included with it. So it could be a sense of developing a maturity, and just flowing with the energies would be beneficial just right now.